Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Reacts. I'll be doing a video that I really love because we already know I'm moving to Europe. I'm not going to tell you guys which one of the countries as yet. I'm also going to have a channel dedicated to my life in Europe. So I won't tell you guys what the name of the channel is as yet. I won't tell you guys nothing. What I want you guys to do is to subscribe, and I can tell you guys that in probably less than 5 months, I won't tell you guys if it's 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, but in definitely less than 5 months, I'll be in Europe. Whatever country, I'll let you guys know. But either ways, we're going to be checking out this video titled, "What is something Europe has changed in your mind as an American?" It should be really interesting. I think I've had a lot of changes in my mind thus far since I've begun my journey. So we're gonna check out this video, guys. So subscribe and let's get right into the video, man. Welcome to Foreign Reacts.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
So when I was 19, I lived in England. I studied abroad while in college. I could talk about a lot of things, including the issues with urban sprawl that we have in America that they don't have in Europe. So anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about food. I was eating at least 5,000, 6,000 calories a day.
Oh!
Easy. I was also walking every day, everywhere. However, not enough to burn that many calories. I was eating shit. Like pure and utter shit. I was not eating good food. I was eating McDonald's, KFC, burger, bad food. And I lost 35 pounds. 35. I came back to the States. No acne. No anxiety. I could not wear the clothes in my closet. They were hanging off of me. When Tesco says your peaches are going to expire on the 9th of June, they mean the 8th of June. There are no preservatives. There are no artificial hormones. There are nothing in those foods. And I miss it every day. I cannot describe it. I came back to the States and I got sick the first time I ate food.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind?
Oh yeah, somebody asked me something. They were like, yeah, it kind of gets annoying when you kind of hear the guy asking the question over and over again. So I'm going to do a little bit of detail editing for you guys, and I'm actually going to take that piece out of every other clip in this video. So yeah, you guys can thank me later.
Let go. I'll go first. I don't know about y'all, but I've had the chance to spend 2 weeks in Finland over the last couple years, and it's changed a lot about my perspective. But currently what I'm battling is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting. In Helsinki, all the salmon was so rich. I mean, granted, the harbor's right there, but literally the salmon was almost like grapefruit colored. Our sickly, nasty orange salmon, and it's like I don't even relate to chicken here anymore.
This dude's like, shout out to Finland, man.
The chicken wings in Finland are so little and crispy and light. The chicken wings here, the fat layer is just so thick. There's fat inside on the bone. Like Finland literally would never.
Oh,
even our beef looks gray.
I know too much about Finland, but yeah, it's my second what do you say? Second home. You know, America first, Finland second. Yeah, something like that. But either ways, the point is that is true because if I'm not mistaken, like, which one of these fast food places is not in Finland? I think it's KFC. They're not in Finland because of some regulation that they actually fail, like literally. So he's talking facts.
Our meat quality has to be making us sick because there's no way.
It does.
These animals are sick and they're still feeding them to us. They cannot continue eating corn. We don't digest corn, neither do they. And even if they're pasture raised, what about the pesticides in the pasture? This country is 6 degrees of fucked up.
No!
Finland, me please. Is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting.
Would you also accept the submission of the culture shock a European gets when we come to the States? Mind you, when they told me that we were going to go live in the States, I was stoked. Because for me, the US was Six Flags, Universal Studios, Disneyland, In-N-Out Burger. But over time, I started falling in a sort of uncanny valley. It was the food. Cheese was just a block of plastic. Have you ever seen what mozzarella is supposed to look like? And I slowly started realizing that...
Well, let me tell you something. A lot of people, when they come to America, they don't understand, bro. Like, I do not eat fast food like that. I'll eat it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll eat it. But I don't eat it like that. A lot of people come to America and they just conform to the normal American eating habits, and the truth is, unfortunately, I'm not throwing shades, I'm not trying to segregate, and I'm not trying to make people seem bad, but the rich Americans, whether black, Indians, Muslim, why did you just say Muslims, whether whether black, white, Indian, Mexican, whatever race you're from, it doesn't. Your religion doesn't matter. It's the race I'm talking about. As long as you're, you got a little bit of money, you actually eat better in America because you actually eat at certain places and not certain places. But the average American eats at the McDonald's and In-N-Out, like she said, right? And those are not good for you. And it's just straight up facts, right? So it's really unfortunate. Look at me, I'm skinny. So that shows you what I'm talking about.
Everything tasted chemically. So you have ginormous vegetables, but they taste like nothing. I realized that the difference in volume is just made up of water. Now I realize why so many of you, in order to spice your food, you have to put powdered garlic and powdered onion. Instead of the real thing, it's because it's dehydrated. You need less volume to get the same punch. But go get some garlic in the Mediterranean. Will knock you off your feet. It is pungent. You just use the fresh thing. You don't need the powdered version. And I know what I'm on about because I have been to Gilroy, your capital of garlic. Honestly, meh. Sorry, but yeah. Then there's sugar everywhere, even in the bread. And for a nation that is so obsessed with sugar, how do you consistently get your candy so wrong? I'm sorry, but I'm not letting you off the hook until we talk about corn candy. What the fuck is that? Does anyone actually eat that? Why is it so popular? Have you ever had a nice, French gelée? Oh my god. Have you ever had candied violet petals? I'm salivating already. Already covered how weird your chocolate tastes. Everything was just consistently in this kind of uncanny valley. Like, the house is made of drywall. Where's the stone? Where's the cement? Where's the brick? I was a kid, but after a while...
There are brick houses in America. Like I said, man, it's I don't like to make it seem like I'm dividing people, but the rich folks in America, they got that. They got that. And that's why they look different, So it's not that America doesn't have it. It's just that it's pretty pricey. Very pricey. So it's kind of unfortunate.
How are you liking living in the States? And apparently I said it's creepy because it's like Disneyland, but without the fun. And everything looks like the thing, but isn't the thing. I mean, I could go on, but you brought food as an example, and I just thought I'd respond in kind. I know it's difficult to leave the States, but if you get a chance, come back. Welcome you with open arms. But I'm gonna leave on a positive note for you. There are a few things that nobody can do like the US. These are not gonna be like gotchas. Number one, peanut butter, amazing, and it's a you thing. Number two, but this is my main thing, New York cheesecake. Nobody in Europe does it like you. They do this weird no-bake cheesecake, not the same thing. Cherry pie, anything Cajun spiced, all amazing. Your Napa Valley white wines are okay also. Not amazing,
She's
but okay.
been around.
Red velvet cake, insanely good.
I love that cake.
Pancakes and French toast. Your breakfast slaps, but I could only eat it if I was really hungover. Do you want more culture shock examples? Let me know.
No, okay, so it changed a lot of things for me. And when I was a junior in college, I went and lived in Ireland for roughly 6 months, and I spent most of my time, 99.9% of my time, in one area of Galway, which is in the western section. And it's a fairly good-sized city as far as, Ireland is concerned. And so it changed a shit ton for me. One of the things that it changed that can never be replicated here, I do not care what somebody says, is safety. Because I was a junior, I was an American, I was in college, I was studying abroad, I was 20 sheets to the wind every now and then, and I would walk home from the pub. They close at 4, 3 or 4 in the morning. So I'd be walking home after getting some food, at 4 in the morning by myself from Center City to my house. No problems. And I never felt unsafe one time. The second thing it changed was police. I don't know, this is just my experience, and then the experiences I saw of people with them, but, you could be that drunk bastard out on the thing, I'm going to piss on a wall, and I'm going to fight you. And cops would just be like, all right, Joe, get in the car, we're going to take you home. Get in the fucking car, Joe. And they were just super nice. You were encouraged to walk up to them and be like, hey, you know what, I kind of need a ride. And they'd be like, all right, cool, let's see if we can call you a taxi, or we'll take you, get on, whatever. Super polite. The other thing it changed, and this is really weird, but it changed me forever, so, Chinese food.
Chinese food?
Yeah. So Galway is this little international port. So the Chinese food that I had in Galway was straight from whatever section of China the owner of that restaurant was from, and imported its food directly from that area of China. So they made cuisine that was not Americanized in any way, shape, or form. And so even in my wildest dreams, when I was there, I ordered like takeout. And it showed up in my door. It was raining hell, like I hate rain. So I was like hiding. Anyway, that's another story. And so the guy knocks on the door. I have this Chinese food. And I called the guy I was dating back in America via Skype back in the day and was like, I've had the best Chinese food in my life. And then told my roommates who were Irish. And they were like, oh, that's nothing. You should go to this place. Whole different region of China. And it was just so good. And so now, no matter where I go in America, I have yet to have Chinese food nearly as good as I did in Ireland. And basically it changed me forever. So yeah.
How cheap it is to travel. This is applicable for the rest of the world, not just Europe. But accommodations and public transportation is so cheap in Europe. And traveling is a lifestyle. It's so different in the United States. Like if you want to travel cheap in the US, you got to hitchhike, got to be a dirty kid, you got to train hop.
Nah. Americans are fancy. Nah, don't get on me now. Don't get on me now. Come on now. I'm paying $1.50 just for the bus. Come on now. Don't play with me. I take the bus because I ain't proud. I take the bus. Most Americans ain't taking they're not taking the bus. That's facts. When I take the bus in America, I don't see nobody my age. Period. Everybody gonna take an Uber for $20. I'm not doing it because I'm poor and I'm broke and I'm not doing it. It's just that simple. Right? So I don't know what she's talking about. You cannot get convenient, you cannot get efficient transportation in America, but you can get cheap transportation. There's a difference.
Still do that in Europe, but you don't have to. You can stay at hostels for $10 a night. You can get a train ticket to a different country for $20. You can ride the subway across the city for $1. And it'll take 15 minutes. Now, of course, this depends on what city you are in Europe, but you're also encouraged to travel there. Unlike the United States where everything revolves around working.
There has to be a deeper reason behind why America and Japan are the only countries in the world that wash their eggs. And if I know anything about how America likes to cut corners, save $1 at the expense of the people, I don't feel like I will like the answer once I get it.
Yeah, exactly what he said. The food. I lived in Italy for a summer, and when I went there, I was fairly healthy. But I got there and it's just fresh pasta, fresh pizza, fresh gelato. And I was eating that every single day. I can't even tell you how much prosciutto I had while I was out there. And I came back after the summer and I was healthier than when I had left. And not only that, when I started eating the food here in America again, I was sick. I got really sick for months. The apartment that I had in Italy, it had a small refrigerator. You get groceries for whatever you're going to cook that day. Everything is fresh. You're not doing leftovers. I've been trying to get back ever since.
I was living in France for 7 months, so I would say it changed my lifestyle a lot. Firstly, I can't even wear Crocs outside anymore. Or any really athletic clothing to any place other than the gym.
I think that's probably going to change me a lot because I'm telling you, I'm all about that. Type of attire. I'm really that, so yeah, I think that's going to change a lot. I think I'd probably just wear that when I'm in like a housing situation where I'm at home. But I think it's probably going to change me a lot because I've always loved suits. It's just that suits are very, odd. It's odd to be wearing suits in America. If you're not in New York, I'll give you a pass. New York is very much accommodating for suits. It's very much accommodating. Why can't I say that word? It's really accommodating in New York, suits. But other places, I've never been to any other state that is, if you wear a suit, you don't seem a little bit out, if that makes sense to you guys. But New York, definitely, bro. I'm telling you, New York, you'd fit right in because I think New York is probably one of the best states in America when it comes to the fact that other countries can actually feel really at home in New York. I think so. I personally think so.
I'm not doing it. I'm also not in a rush to do anything, to go anywhere, to finish my food. I'm not in a rush to do anything.
Oh, yeah, you got that patience.
I love eating in now. I don't want to eat in the car. I don't want to eat in a drive-thru. I just want to sit and eat. Lastly, I would say diet and exercise. I find myself parking further away so that I can walk because I watch so much in France. And then I'm also not eating the same things I used to eat, because they didn't have Pop-Tarts, they didn't have all this sugar that we eat in the US all over the place. And if they did, it was rated an F, so you don't even want to eat that.
What's the most inappropriate thing a therapist has ever said to you?
Therapist?
It's more of what you
What
did.
the freak show, man. Guys, anybody who made it to the end of this video, how would you guys feel that I do other reaction videos like those? You know, like what he just said, the weirdest thing a therapist has ever said to you, or whatever he said. How would you guys feel if I did that? I would really actually do that one day, but not now. I got to focus on my European journey, because I'm moving to Europe, and I got to get as much knowledge as possible before I get there so I can sink easily. But either ways, guys, this was a very lengthy video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I did enjoy, did learn a lot, and things that I already knew, you know, got slapped right in the face with the truth again. So I really enjoyed it. But either way, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.